Hello students, how are you? So for class 7, in the previous video I completed the chapter transportation. Okay, in this video I will be telling you the text which is given at the end of the chapter in the NCERT, that is the keywords and what you have learned. Okay, so let's start with the keywords. First keyword is ammonia. Okay, we discussed ammonia when we were discussing the waste products of different organism. I told you that aquatic organism, they secrete, or you can say they excrete ammonia as a waste product. Okay, artery. What is the artery? Artery is a type of blood vessels which always carry oxygenated blood. No, I told you yesterday also, okay, or not always. Pulmonary artery is the artery which carries deoxygenated blood. Yes, but we can say this, that all the arteries carry blood away from the heart. Okay, this one is correct. Then next is blood. All of you know blood. It is the main medium for the transportation of substance inside the human bodies. It is a fluid like substance in which different kinds of cells like RBCs, WBCs and platelets are present. Okay, another keyword platelets is also given. So this is also included, that RBCs, they are red colored because of the presence of a hemoglobin pigment. WBCs, they help in immunity, and the platelets, they help in clotting of blood. Okay, and all the oxygen and the food particles that are needed for different body parts or body organs, they are carried by blood to different body parts. Okay, next keyword is blood vessels. So the blood vessels, they help in the transport of the blood to different parts of the body. Okay, see student, there are two kinds of, I told you, two types of circulatory system, open and closed. Closed system in which blood flows into a network of blood vessels, means a fixed path like blood vessels. But open type is when the blood is only flowing into the cavities. Okay, directly, organs are directly bathed in it. Next keyword is capillary. I told you when the exchange of gases or the food substance from the blood to the cell takes place, it takes place into the capillaries. Capillaries are very fine. Okay, so there is that exchange becomes easy. Circulatory system. We discussed human circulatory system. Circulatory system tells that how the blood is transported from heart to lungs and then from heart to all the body parts. Okay, dialysis, I told you when the excretory system or the kidneys of the human beings do not work properly, then you need an artificial unit for excretion, or you can say removing the waste, that is dialysis. Excretion, you all know, removal of the waste from the body is known as excretion, and the system through which excretion happens is excretory system. It includes ureter, urinary bladder, kidney, urethra and all these. Hemoglobin, I told you, it is present in the RBC, a red color pigment. Okay, it binds with the oxygen to form oxyhemoglobin, and with the help of which the oxygen is transported to various cells. Okay, it also gives red color to the cell. Next is heartbeat. The rhythmic contraction of the heart, that is contraction and expansion of the heart or the chambers of the heart, that is known as the heartbeat. Okay, it is measured per minute. Kidneys, they are the main organs of the excretory system and they help in the purification of the blood, okay, by removing the waste from the blood. Phloem comes into the plants. The transportation of food in the plants is done with the help of phloem. Plasma, you know, the main component of the blood is the plasma, a colorless fluid. Platelets, we have already discussed the platelets. Pulse, now pulse rate, that the blood flows through the blood vessels. In the arteries there is a rhythmic contraction and expansion due to the pumping of the heart. So that rate of the pulse in which blood flows, that is known as the pulse rate. Okay, red blood cells, we have already discussed, they contain hemoglobin, they are red in color and they help in the transportation of oxygen to various cells. Root hair, very important. See, the microscopic and very tiny hairs that arises from roots, they are known as root hairs, and the function of absorption is done by the root hairs. Stethoscope is a device which helps us to listen to the sound of heartbeat by amplifying the sound. Sweat is also a kind which helps in excretion, okay, of different kinds of waste through the body. Tissue is a group of cells performing similar function or a common function. Urea is a waste that we human excrete with the help of water. Ureter, the kidneys are connected to urinary bladder with the help of ureter. Then comes urethra. The urea from the body or the waste from the body with the help of water is excreted out from this part, urethra. Uric acid, I told you, this is the waste product of certain animals which conserves water. Like example, birds, they do not waste water in this. Okay, so you have seen the pellets of the birds. Okay, there are paste like, very less water is there, so that is uric acid. Urinary bladder, you know, for some time the urine is stored in urinary bladder. Then comes veins, like it is opposite of the artery, already discussed. Veins carry impure blood, but not always. Pulmonary veins carry pure blood. So you can say that all the veins carry blood towards the heart. This one is correct. Okay, we have discussed this white blood cell, that they provide immunity. And then comes xylem. What does the xylem do? It is the main and important part for the conduction of water and minerals inside the plants. Clear, students? I hope the keywords are clear to you. Read them again and then we will be moving forward to what you have learnt. Okay. The first point in what you have learned is, in most animals, the blood that circulates in the body distributes food and oxygen to different cells of the body. It also carries waste products from different parts of the body for excretion. Okay. So that is, it is saying that blood is responsible for distributing food and oxygen to different cells of the body and also carrying the waste product out from that cell and bringing to different parts for excretion. Second, circulatory system consists of heart and blood vessels. Third, in human, blood flows through arteries, veins, and the heart act as a pumping organ. This one is important. Then next, blood consists of plasma, RBC, WBC, and platelets. Blood is red due to the presence of red pigment, hemoglobin. Next, human heart beats about 70 to 80 times per minute in an adult person. This is called heartbeat. Okay, average is around 70 to 73 heartbeats. Next, arteries carry blood from heart to all the parts of the body. Veins carry blood from all the parts of the body back to the heart. Okay, so these two definitions of arteries are 100% true. We cannot say that always carry oxygenated or deoxygenated blood, but we can say that arteries carry blood from heart to all parts of the body and veins carry blood from all parts of the body back to the heart. Removal of waste products from the body is called excretion. Next, excretory system of humans consists of 2 kidneys, 2 ureters, a urinary bladder and a urethra. Salts and urea are removed along with water as sweat. Okay, I told you the sweat also acts as a part of excretion. So salts and urea are removed along with water as sweat. Fish excrete waste substances such as ammonia, which directly dissolve in water. Birds, insects and lizards excrete uric acid in semi-solid form, where the need of the water is very minimum. Next, water and mineral nutrients are absorbed by roots from soil. Next, nutrients are transported along with water to entire plant via vascular tissue called xylem. The vascular tissue for the transport of food to the various parts of plant is phloem. So xylem and phloem are the main parts that are responsible for the transportation in plants. Okay, xylem, it is responsible for the transportation of water, whereas phloem is responsible for the transportation of food. A lot of water is lost by the plants in the form of vapor through stomata during transpiration. Next, transpiration generates a force which pulls up water absorbed by the roots from the soil to reach the stem and leaves. Okay? So these are the points what you have learned. Read them again, students. Okay, so students, this concludes the chapter, and in the next video we will be discussing the exercise of this chapter. Okay, thank you and take care of yourselves.